It was the first time they'd done it in workshops. They just got a load of actresses in a room and just saw how they interacted and made up the family from there.
Kat's no Zoe's sister after all, is she, Charlie? Child abuse and incest, all rolled into one.
The original Kat story, we kind of started to realise in the rehearsal rooms before we cast.
I kept saying, well, what's the secret? Because every family's got to have a secret.
What sort of man stands by while his own brother knocks up his 13-year-old daughter, eh?
I kind of remember doing a little sum on a pad and thinking, well, hang on, if Kat's kind of this and Zoe's that, and it got to around 12-year difference, 14-year difference, and suddenly we thought, hang on, we've got a great story here.
And he said, she's her daughter. And it was that simple. And then as soon as that happened, the family just came alive.
And with some of the most hard-hitting storylines in EastEnders history...
Some things are worth waiting for.
The entire Slater family had their fair share of the drama.
Lynn, don't do this.
You ain't my mother!
You're out of my life.
Place your bets down the board. We got odds on 1 to 3, Ginny. Catch you later.
All my girls back together again.
It was lovely.
With the Slaters on the square, it was only a matter of time before Kat was to meet her Mr. Right. Enter Alfred William Moon.
Alfie Moon.
Oh, Don, I'm Alfie, manager of the Queen Vic.
He's an opportunist.
You're never quite sure where the next scam's coming.
Del boy, if you like.
If he was in big business, you would call him an entrepreneur.
Not the 1 pen, not 2 pen, but 3 pens, but with a proper copper bottom. Just like you after a sunbed, darling. Hey!
He's an idiot.
He's a character that you can't help but love because he's so cheeky.
Bird wears red, ready for bed.
He's 1 in 5 million.
You're having a laugh, ain't you?
I remember the very dodgy 3/4 length leather coat. I hope that isn't coming back.
Oh yes, Richard, it's back. In 2002, Alfie's moon was rising as he shipped in the rest of the family.
I suppose you could make the comparison between the Moons of Walford and the Trotters of Peckham.
By creating the Moons, you created 2 brothers and a nan.
You got Del Boy, of course, as Alfie, and then there's Rodney, as Spencer, and then of course you've got Nana as grandfather. Nana Moon, don't get me started.
Oh, Alfie, please, dear, do move your feet.
Yeah, all right, darling.
You've got to love a man who loves his nan.
What are you doing here?
Oh, hello, Parfit.
Nana Moon is everybody's Nana.
I can't drink it from an electric kettle. The water has to be boiled in a pan on the stove.
That old knowledge that old people have.
A watch kettle never boils. I don't know why, unless, of course, you never plugged it in.
Spencer.
Come here, you.
That relationship's that kind of really wide boy and sidekick that's a little bit not quite sure what's going on all the time.
Spencer!
Yeah? I'm the kid brother, the joke of the family. All right, Kelly.
I find Spencer very naive.
By her being horrible and rude and not talking to me, it's her way of saying she likes me, really.
Exactly so.
He really wanted to be Alfie, he just didn't have the equipment.
The future of the Moons changed by accident when Alfie stumbled upon their new family home.
He becomes the landlord of Queen Vic by calling Chris Wright.
He's a bit of a chancer.
He's taken the identity of what should have been the landlord.
Excuse me, are you Chris?
Yes.
You're late.
Peggy was expecting a stand-in manager or something.
You've got 10 minutes to find your way around.
That's Alfie all over, that's kind of who he is.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Christopher Wright. I'm supposed to be with you today, and I am having the most horrendous time.
I'm afraid the job's no longer open. All right, bye-bye.
You learnt everything you need to know about Alfie as he conned his way into that pub.
But when Alfie's past caught up with him, the truth threatened to be revealed.
I want $4,000 and I want it by Thursday.
Takes the takings from Till to play the backmailer, then he realises he can't because he has such loyalty to the Duchess, which is what he called Peggy.
You've been a good friend.
And you too, Alfie. I can carry my own bags. He came here, moved in, and took us for idiots.
But when the Duchess got her money back, she decided to give Alfie a second chance.
Come back.
He goes, okay, clean start, clean slate, come back and we'll start again.
With Alfie back, the love affair of the decade was about to begin.
There's just this moment between them.
How are you then?
I'm alright.
There was that twinkle in the eye, that old little come hither, and I thought, oh yeah, how long before they have a little bit of how's your father?
It's early morning, July 2010, and Albert Square awakes to the return of an old friend.
Well, this is it. It's very surreal, actually, because I managed to get a parking space right outside the Eastenders reception, but I think it's only going to last a day. Now, I'll tell you what it feels like. You know, when you leave primary school, junior school, and then it's your first day at secondary school. It's a bit like that.
When I left Eastenders, you know, there was always that fear that, you know, you can either do really well or everything could come to a halt.
You go away thinking, oh yeah, you want to come back. I see.
I've got Lindsay Coulson on the phone for you.
Very busy, taking phone calls. Wardrobe's down there, and makeup is still in here.
Hi, Richie.
Hello, darling. Hello, Francois. Pretend you've not seen me yet. Oh, Francois, how are you? Long time no see.
Are you well?
Yes, thank you.
Come and take a seat then.
Alfie's back.
It was all decided last year, and then I was talking to Shane about it.
I remember me and Jessie ringing up going, did you get a phone call? Yeah, did you?
I heard he's a bit of a joker.
Only when you don't know the script. What's he making it up for? That's not on there, he's made it up.
I was quite scared, but the more we spoke about it, the more excited we got.
First port of call, a trip down memory lane.
This is the old Alfie Moon's house. I don't know who lives there now, but no doubt I'll be trying to kick him out. Queen Vic, look at it now, bless.
They didn't tell me any storylines, and to tell you the truth, I didn't want to know, because if it gets out, I just didn't want to think it was me.
When I came here this morning, I saw it for the first time. I wasn't here when they, actually burnt it, but apparently it looked incredible. Cat and Alfie will be back in Queen Victoria. I feel like I've come home. It's a nice comfy pair of shoes that I've put on. Unlike these boots that are killing me, and I've only had them on a day.
Times do change, Shane, and now you're back home. Here's what you missed in the last 5 years. Let's start with the Slaters. Stacey fell in love with Bradley. He wears nice jumpers. You'd have liked him, but he's dead now. She's been okay, apart from the affair with her father-in-law. Oh, and she killed Archie Mitchell, but that's a secret, so keep stum. Ian, good old Ian. He's still with Jane. Poor Jane. She was shot by his son Stephen, but then she got better. Now Phil. Hey, he got his kids back, but then he lost them, and now he's turned to crack and has a beard. Remember Sam? She left, and then she came back. But something's different. Any ideas? No, must be the new makeup. There's been 5 new Mitchells on the square. Pauline Fowler died. Tracy spoke. Kev had a baby. Shirley wore a fake nose, and Big Mo donned a corset. But the big news is you missed the Duchess leaving Walford after the Vic burnt down. Oh, it was one of the biggest stunts in EastEnders history. I mean, come on. How do you blow up the Queen Vic?
I think the fire episode is much bigger than any normal episode of EastEnders.
It was a big number. It's an enormous undertaking to pull off something like that successfully.
I think as soon as we knew that Barbara was going to leave, we knew it had to be something really kind of epic.
We seem to kind of get these moments every 4 or 5 years or something major happens.
Welcome to
to the planning meeting for 65 to 68. 17-day shoot, starting this Saturday on location, then in stage one, then the lots.
We usually kind of have one big production meeting, and we had kind of several of those with the special effects team.
The simplest way of putting it is on the Thursday night we'll do the ladder descent and cameras on the Vic for the explosion itself.
After months of planning, it was time to film Last Orders at the Vic. But first, they had to get everyone out.
When the fire's going, Stacey is stuck in the living room with baby Lily. Ryan comes up and rescues them.
The first stunt is when Ryan is carrying Stacey down the ladder. The fire goes up and they both go flying off, which wasn't me, unfortunately, because I'm not allowed to do it.
Action!
Lily's up there too!
When I bring Stacey back down, the stunt double comes in and then he gets blown off.
Lee and his stunt team built kind of layers and layers of cardboard boxes.
Which I don't think's that soft. From the back, the girl who played my double did look like me. And she had better hair, which was quite upsetting.
And sometimes the stunt doubles can be just too convincing.
The stunt lady who was being Barbara, she looked exactly the same from the back.
And everyone kept seeing her, thinking it was Barbara.
We were all thinking, what is Barbara doing? And it wasn't until she turned round that we realised it wasn't her. It was so funny.
With any stunt, I think, obviously, there's so many things that could go wrong. Every measure's taken to make sure it won't. So they get covered in a kind of gel that basically is flame-proof.
It is quite hot. It's a couple of 100 degrees in the main part of the fireball.
Inside the Vic, production was moving into hyperdrive by relocating to another galaxy. Well, just down the road.
We went over to Elstree Studios to film the interior stuff of the pub being on fire, where they had built a replica of the Vic.
Well, here we have the Vic downstairs, which is a complete replica of the set in stage A at BBC Elstree Studio, apart from the fact it's built to withstand flames. Here we have the fruition of probably 2 months' work. The set probably has taken 7 weeks to build. It's taken 2 weeks to get into this studio. This is quite an important element within the fire. It's a header that has been specially built to collapse on Phil, who will be leaning over the bar.
When we first went in, it was just the strangest thing to walk into the Vic, completely to scale, exactly how it would be.
Hopefully, you'll never know the difference.
We had to go there because otherwise the level of fire we never would have been able to do in stage one because of the low ceilings and the lighting rigs and the close proximity to all the other sets. So by moving to the film studios and moving to the fire studio, we literally were able to go mad with the fire.
We've got these controlled gas pipes that are shooting up jets of flame. So you can feel the heat of it.
You didn't say I didn't hear Richie.
And as the temperature rises inside, the outside is about to become even hotter.